Welcome back to my channel. The NFL draft is right around the corner. And why does everyone like the NFL draft? Well, it's because they can gamble on it. Or at least some people can. And when I was trying to gamble on it, I realized that I actually can't in my home state. So I decided to do some research. And in today's video, I'll tell you in what states you can bet on the NFL draft and what you can't, and in some where you sort of can. It's a little confusing because a lot of states allowed sports gambling, but this is not sports gambling because, it's not a sport. This is a draft, Clearly there's a difference. It is sports related, but this is not betting on a football game. This is betting on what a football team is going to pick in a draft. So for all the degenerates in these 15 states plus Washington, D.C., you are allowed to gamble on the NFL draft with minimal restrictions. There are some, but not many. It's more of up to like Fanduel. And you'll notice there are some not on there that you would probably expect, especially Nevada with Las Vegas and New York. Next is a list of states in which you're just not allowed to bet on the NFL draft at all. So prominently, Pennsylvania, New York, the big state of Kentucky, of course. You're not allowed to bet on the NFL draft. If you want to, go to a neighboring state, or you can illegally bet on the shady website, although I would not recommend that, because what are you going to do? If they steal your money, you're going to go to the government and say, hey, I was trying to illegally gamble and then they stole your money. I just don't know how that could work out for you, so seems like you're pretty much out of luck. You'll have to just bet on the basketball games or the baseball games or the hockey games or NASCAR or golf, but you'll have to hold off on this one, which is really unfortunate. Then finally, here are the states that kinda offer it, and you'll notice that does include Nevada. So what does kind of offer it mean? And actually the restrictions have been a lot harder to find than I thought they would. I guess gambling is not quite normal enough to clearly identify. But in Arizona, the betting closes right as the first round starts. In Iowa, the betting closes 24 hours before the draft. In Michigan and West Virginia, it stops the night before the draft, so not quite 24 hours, but like 12:01 the day before. And in Massachusetts, it's a lot less restrictive. It just has to be before either the round starts, if you're betting on the round, like how many wide receivers are picked in that round, or if it's on an individual, it has to be at least 2 picks before the pick occurs. Up next, Ohio, doing things differently, and it's been very difficult for me to track down what it is. It'd probably be easier if you're just in the state and checked on your Fanduel app, but it appears that you can make a bunch of different bets on the NFL draft. However, each type has to be approved by the state. So it is currently several things such as total number of draft day trades, if a team will draft this player, which is kind of what I would think, if the player will be in the top 10. So a bit limited. It's not like sports where they can just make whatever they want. At least in Ohio, the government has to approve each individual type of bet. And then finally, Nevada also cuts you off 24 hours before the draft starts. So if you're just planning on, just having a good night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday, if you're really into it, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to bet as the draft goes on. You're going to have to bet ahead of time and just enjoy your winnings or your losses as the night goes on. But anyways, I'm not really going to give out any gambling tips, but I was looking around trying to make some bets on the NFL draft, and I thought the information was way too hard to find, so I'll just put it out there. If you're allowed to make a bet on this draft or not, depending on what state you live in. And like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you later.